I want to focus on a case you have heard a lot about locally, the third murder trial of AJ Armstrong. By now, you've probably heard about the bombshell that came out of court Monday. If not, it's okay. I'm going to catch you up. Armstrong and his family, along with other supporters, showed up in court Monday morning expecting opening statements in his third murder trial. Instead, the judge put a halt on things once again. And while she would not say exactly what this is all about, multiple sources confirmed to KPRC2 Investigates the delay relates to clothing containing DNA evidence found on AJ the night his parents were shot and killed. I know, a lot to take in. This morning we have another legal analyst from our coverage team with the bench here with us this morning. Thank you so much, Lisa Andrews. Let's start with your reaction to what you learned, what we all learned yesterday.
Well, it was certainly surprising. We knew from the 1-week delay from last week that certainly something was happening. But DNA at this late date is certainly a bombshell that rarely happens.
I know you are a former prosecutor and a former defense attorney. Does one side or the other have an advantage in all of this at this point?
I think the state has an advantage at this point. As the defense, it's certainly difficult to get these last-minute bits of evidence that could potentially change your entire trial strategy. So yeah, I definitely think the state has an advantage here.
As we mentioned, this new evidence has to do with DNA. What does that look like in terms of testing?
Well, typically, in a normal case, DNA is going to take months and months and months to get results. But practically speaking, analysts can do DNA testing in the matter of a few days if they're so motivated. So why the 7-week delay? That seems a bit unusual. However, once they do get DNA results, if that's what they're looking at, then the defense certainly also has to have an opportunity to do any testing if they choose to consult with experts and to understand exactly the gravity and the extent of the evidence. The judge is being very cautious here in giving the defense that opportunity, which they're certainly entitled to.
I know since we broke this story yesterday morning on clicktohouston.com, a lot of our viewers or users are asking what seems to be the obvious question. Why didn't this come up in the 7 years and 2 mistrials we've had since these murders?
That's a very fair and great question. It absolutely should have. I was thinking about that myself yesterday, and all I can think is that someone, whether it be the prosecution team, asked that the evidence be reanalyzed, looked at again. Certainly, it is highly unusual.
I know yesterday we had the opportunity to speak to family members of AJ. AJ's family has never wavered in saying they think he's innocent. We want to listen into what his great uncle had to say in an exclusive interview for the bench.
Oh, yes. We talk all the time. I mean, yes.
Where's his head at right now?
His head is so optimistic and so positive. That's when you know you're innocent. That's when you know you're innocent. You can tell in his behavior and his attitude in this conversation. And that's the beauty of this whole thing. His attitude is so upbeat, so positive, because he believes in God. And he knows God is going to see fit to make sure that he gets what he deserves, and that's freedom. And his attitude shows that in his behavior, in his conversation. He smiles more than me.
Let me ask you this. Why was it important for you to talk with us today? Why did you want to talk with us today?
Well, I really didn't, but somebody chased me down, but I won't go there. I just wanted to say I wanted the public in Houston to know what we're after here is justice. We're really after justice. It's not just about my nephew. It's about justice in the city of the Harris County area. We want justice. We want it to be fair for all. And so for me, it's just very important to let the public know, guys, all we want is justice for AJ, but justice for all. Fairness is for all. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Filipino. We just want justice.
It really is a lot to take in when you hear from all sides of this, of how this is impacting everyone. I know yesterday we were talking a lot about the jurors, these jurors who have been chosen, 6 women, 10 men. They now have to wait until the end of July. What does this do to them in the meantime?
It is highly unusual. It is going to be very difficult, I think, for them now that they know what trial they are serving on, to not watch any coverage, to read about the case. Certainly, I would have expected Judge Johnson to give them those admonishments. I just don't know how practical it is for them to go about their lives for 7 weeks and not hear other sources of information.
Closing thoughts this Tuesday morning on this case.
This case certainly is highly unusual. It has captured everyone's imagination here in Houston and beyond. And it seems to be just one more twist and unusual turn in this trial. 3 murder trials is unusual in and of itself, and certainly this late-breaking evidence has the potential to change the trial itself.
Lisa Andrews, we so much appreciate your
Thank
time
you.
this morning. It was a great conversation. If you haven't seen our coverage from the bench, you'll want to check it out online. It's a layered approach that lets you go as deep as you want to go with this case. And it's something you won't see anywhere else in town, from a playlist of video shorts to live long-form analysis with our trial experts like Lisa. Catch up on what you've missed on our website. That's clicktohouston.com/thebench.